right, well, welcome back. 2 in 1 day. This is rare for me now. So we're going to get to a blend here that I've had a couple of times since it came in. The Gawith Hoggarth and Company Grasmere Flake, Grasmere Flake, and it's an interesting blend in the fact that the aromatic qualities of it are, not to offend, but old lady-like, and I think I actually like it. Smoking Pipe says it's a Burley Virginia blend, and the topping or the aromatic portion of it is supposed to be roses and geraniums. But if you're familiar with sort of craft hobby places that sell fake flowers and that sort of thing, on the East Coast there are places called a store called Michael's, and it kind of smells like a Michael's store. So yeah, strange. Not a very manly scent out of the bag here, but the flakes here are super long flakes. They're about, am I too close? Let me look on the other side of the camera. Yeah, they're about, I don't know, about 6 inches long. So you have to cut or break off what you need and go from there. So let me start this before I get too far along. Sorry. Okay, so I don't run over. Let's light her up. Oh, also you can see I've got one of the new Chalkum pipe deals here. Can you see that? Is it upside down? Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be upside down? Anyway, and I put the black tamper that came with it. For those who are interested, maybe you can see, I don't know, but this black finish is definitely going to come off of here. If that's important to you, then just know it's going to come off. Alright, so that's that. Let's light them up. I mean, even here, rubbing it out, you really get this artificial floral note, but it's not exactly off-putting, but it's just interesting. For me, growing up in the South, it's just sort of a grandmother scent. Maybe that's the geraniums. It sure doesn't smell like my roses. Alright, going with Old Faithful here. Right away, I mean, I'm outdoors, you can see the smoke blowing away, but the aromatic portion of this blend is fairly strong. And it sounds weird, and it doesn't sound pleasurable, but it's like grandmother's house is on fire or something. I don't know how to put it. It's smooth and nutty. At least for me, I don't get any sweetness out of it. Or I haven't. I haven't used this pipe in a while. The bit's a little loose. I don't know if y'all have seen this pipe. I think I showed y'all this. It's French made for A. Garfinkel, Washington, D.C. And it has a C in a circle stamped on the stem. I looked that up, but now I don't remember who was it manufactured by. Maybe if you guys know, leave a comment. Other than the fact that I ordered this, the reason I kind of want to do this video for this blend is that, you know, when you read the description, there are many of us that are fans of Lakeland, and then there are many that aren't fans of Lakeland. And this doesn't say anything about Lakeland. It specifically mentions roses and geraniums, and I thought how interesting that could be, or how horrible of a train wreck it could turn out to be. And I wanted to try it out. And I think there may be a large number of you smokers out there that are interested, but maybe you haven't seen a lot of reviews. I haven't been looking at reviews in a while, so I probably should have looked at to see if there were any of this out there. There probably are. This is a pretty popular company in Gawith, so maybe there are, but and if so, it's probably a much better review. This isn't so much a review as it is a first tasting on camera, even though I've had 2 or 3 bowls of this already. I'm drinking black coffee, so maybe that might affect things. I'm not sure, but that could lend to the nuttiness maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I don't actually drink black coffee a whole lot. Well, let's see if this thing works. I've seen guys post on the internet. Looks like it works to me. I don't really carry keys on a big chain, but for those that do, this is a good way to make sure you always have a pipe rest with you if you're on the go and smoking and carrying on that way. But as for me, I sort of bought them to see about the quality of the leather. It just seems like normal. You know, it's not bonded leather, it's actual leather, but it's that, I don't know how to say it. It has a sort of pressed finish, I guess, on the outer portion of the leather before it was finished. So it's not, you know, it's not top quality leather, but then again, it's a keychain. So, but I think they were like $10, so it's pretty inexpensive. You get a little check tamper with it, and you can carry your keys around. Still getting a lot of that. I guess it's maybe geranium. I don't know. I don't know what geraniums smell like, but it doesn't give off a rose scent to me. But just a nutty taste. Maybe it's heavy on the burley, maybe. Be interested in knowing if any of you guys have tried this blend, what the room note ends up being, that sort of thing. I mean, this might be something that your better halves may not have a bigger problem with. Maybe. If ever such a rare bird exists. But I guess that's pretty much it, guys. Short video, well, short-ish, I guess. I mean, normally I run 15 minutes before I have a problem uploading stuff, so I'm going to take the camera and just sort of go around the yard and shoot a little bit of my plants and go from there. It's kind of in shambles, but it is what it is. I said I would do it, so here we go. Alrighty, come on. Come out of there, camera. Alright. So, I got these. These aren't supposed to be in the sun. These are almost like orchids, really. But they were potted in the house next door over there, and the homeowner gave them to me. But anyway, so there's that one and that one. They were a lot better looking several months ago, but I have them out in the sun, and they're really not supposed to be in the sun. But don't know what any of my plants are other than to say flowers, bush, ivy, mint. I got trim this. I have to trim this rose bush up. Some other little bulbs. These are really pretty. These are they come up about I guess you'd say 2 feet. That's about 18 inches there, and they're really beautiful, dark red. And this is some ivy I planted to crawl and creep along the wall. It hasn't crept as quickly as I'd like, but I don't know what these are. This is a small little tree I dug up, and the roots looked really cool, so I made a sort of a backdrop. These guys are called foo dogs, and I believe, well, I like them there. They're keeping bad things out of my garden, like dogs. But I believe they're supposed to sit on top of these pillars here to keep evil spirits away. And so there's a hydrangea. This guy I never know what to do with. I move him around constantly, but this big guy, I wish I'd have shown it earlier in the year, but it gets these beautiful berries on it, super heavy, and it weighs it down, and I have to push it back up. And the storm that we had the other day actually pushed this tree and all of this eucalyptus, pushed it in towards us. It was all down here on the ground, and I've had to push it back up and bent these pieces of rebar to try to prop these up until they can reset. You can sort of see some rebar over in there. That one's already come loose. And then some temporary, these are sort of like cheap plastic coated steel cross pieces that I put in there to try to hold it up. But that's another stump I dug up. This whole place was a jungle when I got here. And vibrating camera here. There's a little plant, potted plant here. I don't know what this is called. Sweet potato vine, maybe? I don't know. But these things, I think these things flower up this high, but I've already cut them down. And this is a traditional hibachi. This is actually, you cook in this, or you have the hell, what are they called? Anyway, but now what people do is put fish in them. So I actually have some goldfish in there. And then these are like little miniature orange trees, and I don't know what all. I got to get some weeds picked back up, but you can see I still got some stuff to pick up for my irises falling over, but I'm running out of time. I got this little shaped tree back there. Let me zoom in on that. It needs some work. But anyway, thanks guys, ladies and gentlemen. Leave a comment, like and share. I got a few seconds left before my 15th. Oh, you see I got to sweep up the leaves from that bad boy. This is a persimmon tree. This whole thing will be orange here pretty soon with persimmons. So anyway, y'all have a great day, and happy puffing.